Anthony, Greatness Cotton, and I am a dancer, motivational speaker, and much, much more. Blame my ADHD. Today, I'm going to react to a video by The Detail called Why Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury Fell Out. Now, I don't know a lot about Freddie Mercury. I watched the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, but that's pretty much all that I know about him. That's the only video or information I've ever received about him. He's a really interesting guy. His group is amazing. So if there's any performances by his group that you think I should react to, just like a couple random ones, let me know in the comments and I'm going to do some random Freddie Mercury reactions. Anyway, this video is going to be super excited. I'm super excited to get into it. There are two ways that you can support this channel financially. The first way is PayPal donations. You can make a donation with PayPal of any dollar amount and it helps me buy new equipment. I need a new computer. I'm not going to lie to you. The second way is to buy a copy of my new electronic book, 5 Life Lessons I Learned from Michael Jackson. Powerful book, went #1 on Amazon. You know the deal. Check it out. Description has all the links that you need. And I'm done talking. Be sure to watch this video all the way to the end to get today's random motivational tip. Let's go.
One was the engagingly versatile frontman of one of the greatest rock bands of all time.
Okay.
The other became known as the King of Pop, releasing one of the best-selling albums in history. And together, they had plans to work together on a project that had the potential to become the ultimate collaboration in music history.
Oh, snap. Did not
Queen's
know that.
Freddie Mercury had been soaring on an extreme level of success since the band released its first album in 1973.
Wow.
Known for his penchant to transcend genres, ranging from rock and pop to opera and disco, he had the utmost respect for Michael Jackson, who was at the height of his own reign with 1982's Thriller album.
Let's go.
The two also shared a mastery of showmanship, along with unapologetic confidence as shown in their music videos. And their stage performances, like Mercury's historic showing at 1985's Live Aid and MJ's 1983 Motown 25 performance of Billie Jean.
Classic.
But the brewing anticipation of a joint collaboration never came to fruition during their lifetimes, as Mercury died of complications from AIDS in 1991,
So sad.
and Jackson from cardiac arrest from a lethal overdose of prescription drugs in 2009. Jackson boasted he was a Freddie Mercury fan. The two first met when Jackson would show up to Mercury's concerts with fellow Queen bandmates Roger Taylor, Brian May, and John Deacon. In the early days, he used to come and see our shows at the Forum in LA. And
that's cool. That's like, I've never seen that photo before, so that's a dope picture of Michael back in the day. He got on his Easter colors. I don't know what's going on. He looks like some Skittles, but some delicious Skittles. That sounded weird. We're just gonna keep... All right now.
And I guess he liked us, and so I got to meet him. Mercury told music journalist Lisa Robinson in a 1983 interview. He kept coming to see us, and then we started talking. And in those days, I think he would actually go out. I remember going to dinner with him. The friendship and mutual admiration continued and was documented in a 1983 Rolling Stone story during one of Jackson's backstage visits to see Queen. When a reporter asked Jackson, "Can I tell my viewers that Michael Jackson is a Queen fan?" he replied back, "I'm a Freddie Mercury fan." Freddie invited Michael.
Michael's a savage. Y'all be thinking Michael is all quiet and soft-spoken. He said, I'm a Freddie Mercury fan. Let's be specific about who I'm a fan of, because I'm not a fan of the whole band, just Freddie. Thank you, lady.
He has been calling all week, mainly about the possibility of their working together. The two have been friendly since Michael listened to the material Queen had recorded for the game and insisted that the single had to be Another One Bites the Dust. The Rolling Stone piece continues, adding that Jackson then said, "Now he listens to me, right, Freddie?" With Mercury answering, "Righto, little brother." When I'm talking to him, I think, my God, he's 25, I'm 37. Yet he's been in the business longer than I have.
Wow, Freddie Mercury was 37 when he was out there killing the shows, and I didn't... Yo, that deserves applause in itself. That is amazing. That gives me hope that I still got a little something left. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was getting old, but I feel like I got something left. Thank you, Freddie. Amen.
Mercury said of their age difference that year. Mercury and Jackson hit the studio together but clashed over work ethic. Mercury and Jackson moved forward with the collaboration by starting with songs that were for an upcoming Jackson's album, while a later story said it was for Queen's Hot Space album. Other sources say it was meant to be an album of duets. Whatever the songs were meant for, the two definitely began work on demos for 3 tracks in Jackson's home studio in
If anybody has information on those demos, let me know in the comments. Let me know so I can go search them and look them up and listen to them. If you got a Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury demo, link your boy down low so I can go react to that.
In 1983, There Must Be More to Life Than This, State of Shock, and Victory. During a 1983 interview with Lisa Robinson, Mercury remarked that, "I was initially going to be on Thriller. Can you believe that? Blew it. They were great songs, but the problem was time, as we were both very busy during this period.
Dang.
The likes of Paul McCartney and Eddie Van Halen instead made the final cut."
Wow.
But time wasn't the only factor that got in the way. Queen's manager Jim Miami Beach remembers getting a frantic call from Mercury during the sessions. Freddie said,
Jim Miami Beach was his name. He's a party animal. If your nickname is Miami Beach, yeah, you don't do nothing but party.
"You have to get me out of the studio." When the manager asked why, Mercury reportedly said, "Because I'm recording with a llama. Michael's bringing his pet llama into the studio every day, and I'm not really used to it, and I've had enough and I want to get out." Other reports say that Jackson wasn't pleased with Mercury's reported use of cocaine in Jackson's home.
Time out. Michael's bringing llamas. Freddie's doing cocaine. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say cocaine on YouTube. I probably should stop saying it before this video gets blocked. What? What are we doing, people? What? But the llama's not. Why are you afraid? What is the llama really doing to you? I mean, it is bizarre. It is different. But the llama ain't bothering you. Now, the other stuff, that's a distraction. But the llama, I mean, whatever. The llama's just chilling. It's not that big of a deal.
Elton John also confirmed Mercury's tendency for drug use, admitting, "Freddie Mercury could out-party me, which is saying something. We'd be up for nights, sitting there at 11 in the morning still flying high."
That is insane.
While the three songs they worked on made...
You know what's always blown my mind? How these, like the Freddie Mercurys, the Elton Johns, these historic rock stars could like do cocaine, go on, I should stop saying that word, do drugs, go on tour, stay up for days at a time, travel the world, and still like be functioning human beings. Like they would go on stage at some point to their career sky high and put on a phenomenal show. How is that possible? I want to hear your theories in the comments. How do you think these people were able to be sky high and still put on a phenomenal 2-hour show and go on tours? Like, it makes no sense to me. It's mind-boggling.
May not have ever been released the way they originally intended. Their joint work did eventually get heard. State of Shock didn't make the cut for Thriller, but was revisited in 1984 for the Jacksons' album Victory, which ironically didn't feature the song that Mercury and Jackson had worked on of the same name.
Huh.
Jackson was hard-pressed to complete State of Shock for the deadline of his brother's album. And as Mercury recalled in 1984, Michael called me up and said, "Look, I want to finish the song. I want it on the Jacksons' album." And I said, "I can't come over because I'm in Munich." And he said, "Is it okay if Mick Jagger does it?" So I said, "Fine, you know, a song is a song. I mean, as long as our friendship carries on, we can write all kinds of songs after that." State of Shock was re-recorded by the Jacksons and Mick Jagger.
Huh.
And Jagger ironically later performed it with Tina Turner at the very Live Aid concert Mercury made such a statement at.
Oh, wow.
Even though they had recorded There Must Be More to Life Than This as a duet, Mercury reworked it into a one-man piece for his only solo album, Mr. Bad Guy, released in 1985. While their musical legacies remain somewhat intertwined, their personal friendship ended up waning. "I think he now just stays at home. He doesn't like coming out at all," Mercury also said in the interview with Robinson. "He says whatever he wants he can get at home. Anything he wants he just buys it." And that kind of lifestyle just wasn't for Mercury. "That's not me, but that's his bag. I wouldn't do that. I would be bored to death. I go out every night. I hate staying in one room for too long anyway. I would just like to keep moving, just an individual approach." But what do you make of a potential Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury collaboration? Would they have complemented each other musically? Or was there other artists you would have loved to see MJ collaborate with at this time? Let us know in the comments below.
Nice.
Tune into one of our latest videos
Check
right
out the
here.
detail.
And also check out our
Phenomenal
online
channel.
store for our latest
Check 'em
pop
out.
icon inspired styles.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching The Detail.
You're
We'll
welcome.
see you next time.
I'll see you later, buddy. Yeah! That was an amazing video, very informative. Didn't know a lot about Freddie Mercury. Was really interesting to hear certain things about him and see him performing live at 37, killing the game. That just gave me so much hope. So thank you so much. And that brings me straight to my random motivational tip of the day. And I had one, but I'm switching it to something else because it just popped in my head. Be willing to take knowledge from elders. I feel like in the generation we live in, young people, we act like we know everything. We got it down. The old people don't understand. They don't get it. And while that might be true in some instances, I think there's a lot we can learn from older people, from our grandparents, from our parents, from our aunts, from our uncles. So as young people, as millennials, Gen Z, we have got to be able to put ourselves in a position to learn from people who have done life a lot longer than us, who've seen a lot more than we've seen. We don't have all the answers. We're not that smart, okay? Young people, let's just be honest. We're not that smart, and there's a lot we can learn from older people. So take the time. Not that 37 is old. That's not old at all. But for some reason, it just made me think about people being older, because Michael Jackson was 25, Freddie was 37, and they were working together, and there's probably a lot Michael could have learned from, whatever. It just made my brain go down on that ADHD track. Learn from people that are older than you. I'm done talking. Be sure to subscribe and turn on that bell. It helps out more than you know. There are 2 ways to support this channel financially. Check out the links in the description. And even if you cannot financially support, I appreciate every moment, every second that you spend watching my videos. It means the world to me. I'll end this video the same way in all my videos by saying I believe that I am great. I believe that you are great. I believe that life is great. So go be great. I'm out.